Welcome to Storytime. Today we are going to be reading the 5th chapter from The Exciting Adventures of Great Uncle Bobka. So, if you're sitting comfortably, we'll begin. We left chapter 4 with Anna and Great Uncle Bobka on the battered old bike in the hallway of Anna's house. Then suddenly, they were gone. Whoosh! Bang! Way! Shouted Great Uncle Bobka. Anna opened her eyes and was amazed to see the bright sunshine, green fields, trees, and dust everywhere. Where was her hallway, the kitchen, her house? She looked down, and she was still on the battered old bike. Great Uncle Bobka was sitting in front of her, still pedalling like a racer. Now they were going somewhere, because the ride had become very bumpy. "Are you all right, Anna?" the uncle boomed. "Yes," Anna tried to answer, but they were still going very fast over bumpy ground, so her words were having trouble coming out of her mouth. "Hold tight, Anna! I may have gotten my bearings slightly wrong." Anna didn't know what bearings were. All she could think was, how could she have been on the bike in her hallway one minute, the next in a hot, green, dusty, bumpy field? She could only think it must be a dream, and she would wake up in her bed very soon. "There's a road up ahead. I'll stop pedaling when we get there, and we can get off and stretch our legs." Anna didn't really understand what her uncle was saying. Although he had a very big voice, his words were lost jumbling in the air. "Bump, bang, screech, whee! It's a happy day, world!" shouted Great Uncle Bobka as the bike now came to a halt on the dusty road. "How about that, Anna? Did you enjoy the ride? A bit dusty and bumpy, eh?" Yes, Uncle. Where is the hallway and the kitchen and Mum and Dad and everyone? Where is our house? Uncle, where are we? Said a bemused Anna. Yes, didn't I tell you I get so excited when I go on an adventure, and it's the first time I've had a passenger, and here we are! But where, Uncle? Elephants! You said you wanted to see elephants. So, here we are. India! We could have gone to Africa or Malaysia or Sri Lanka, but I was having difficulty with my coordinates, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure I have them correct now. But I do know that this is India, said the jubilant uncle. Anna looked puzzled and thought that this was probably the funniest, oddest dream that she had ever had. Is this a dream, Uncle Bobka? I don't mind if it is, because I know I'll wake up soon in my bed. If it's not a dream and this is India, how did we get here when we were on your battered old bike in the hallway? Yes, didn't I tell you I get so excited when I go on an adventure, and it's the first time I've had a passenger, and it might be a battered old bike, Anna, but it's a battered old special bike. You know. He gave a knowing wink and smile and said, "Fear not, this is not a dream. We are in actual India. And we will be back in your hallway, providing I get my coordinates correct before your parents know you have been gone. So, full steam ahead! No time to lose. Back on the bike." Where now, Uncle? Well, if you look down this road ahead, in the distance, what do you see? It looks like a big old building made of stone. And you're right, Anna. Is a big old building made from stone a very, very long time ago. I believe they started to build it in the 7th century. It is known as a temple, the Virupaksha temple. Anna nodded. She didn't know what a temple was, let alone a temple with a name that she had never heard of, or could say. Her experience of school had taught her sometimes it's best if she just looked like she understood. So she smiled and hoped the great Uncle Bobka wasn't going to give her a memory test on everything when they get back home to the house. Away we go! Hold on tight! We're off! Great Uncle Bobka started pedalling, gradually getting faster and faster, as Anna could feel the hot air rushing past her face. The temple, with the long name, soon came nearer and nearer to them. Anna could see people walking, wearing lovely, bright, colourful clothes. There were sounds, drums beating, bells tingling, and people singing. A smell, food cooking, the heat. It all seemed so real. Anna was convinced she would wake up in her own bed soon, but it all seemed so real. As they reached the special named stone temple, great Uncle Bobka stopped pedalling and applied the brakes. Look, Anna! Isn't it magnificent? Yes, Uncle. It certainly is a big building. But what is a temple, and why are we here? If we are here, and I'm not in my bed asleep. Oh, you're definitely not asleep in your bed. Hear the sounds, smell the air, and if you look just there, you will see why we are here. He pointed to a crowd of people, and there was a small boy sitting high in the air, and the air seemed to be moving the boy towards them, and we will have to find out how a boy is suspended in the air in the next chapter of the exciting adventures of Great Uncle Bobka. Coming soon on Storytime.